New images from the James Webb Space Telescope have revealed something truly terrifying: 7 massive structures lurking at the very edge of what we can see in the universe. These structures, ancient and vast, challenge what we thought was possible in space. The revelation has prompted questions and captured the imagination of both scientists and the public alike. But just how far back in time do these formations take us? Is it possible that these 7 colossal structures hold the keys to unlocking the deepest secrets of our existence? Stay tuned as we unravel how the James Webb Space Telescope captured 7 colossal structures at the edge of the observable universe. Unveiling ancient galaxy defying time. The recent publication of a NASA image in July 2023 unveiled an astonishing sight: ancient galaxies that defy conventional understanding. Initially, when scientists estimated the age of these ancient galaxies, it seemed inconceivable that they could exist. Their age places them at the very edge of the observable universe, stretching the limits of cosmic existence. Early explanations suggested the possibility that these distant galaxies might be misidentified as closer counterparts, appearing far more remote than they are. However, extensive analyses by scientists globally affirmed the legitimacy of these ancient galaxies. There's no discrepancy or anomaly. These galaxies are indeed authentic, residing on the outskirts of the observable universe. These ancient galaxies stand out not just because they're incredibly old, but also because they are unique. They are massive, have complex structures, and have lots of stars shining brighter than the galaxies we see today. These galaxies were already around when the universe was just 350 million years old, which is way younger than its current age of about 13.8 billion years. This discovery has caused a big puzzle for scientists. The fact that these huge bright galaxies exist challenges what we thought we knew about how galaxies develop, raising big questions about how the early universe worked. The light from these faraway galaxies has traveled for more than 13.4 billion years to reach us. That's an incredibly long time, and studying these galaxies lets us peek into a time when the universe was very young. Before, scientists expected that galaxies started forming right after the Big Bang. They thought the James Webb Telescope would show images of these early galaxies as small, messy, or hidden in darkness, giving us clues about how the universe evolved. But that's not what they found. Instead of baby galaxies, the telescope showed galaxies that looked like fully grown adults in pictures. This surprising discovery has thrown a curveball in what scientists thought they knew about space and made them face a big problem. It's really important to figure out if these galaxies truly show us what the early universe was like. Confirming their age and image is crucial. Doing this could either be a huge breakthrough in science or show that our ideas about things like the Big Bang or how the universe grows might be wrong. Redshift is a vital tool for this investigation. Astronomers use redshift to measure how far things are in space. As light travels through space for billions of years, the universe's expansion stretches it out, making it look more red. The more redshift there is, the farther away and older the object is. This is where things become intriguing. The universe's mystery, redshift 7.9, and the universe's mystery. The James Webb Telescope, along with other advanced telescopes, checked and confirmed that 6 galaxies have redshift values between 16 to 20 Z. This confirms their really old age, as scientists thought. However, these findings have left cosmologists unsure about what it all means for our understanding of the universe. Recently, there's been a sighting of a galaxy cluster with a redshift of 7.9. This cluster appeared only 650 million years after the Big Bang, which is surprising. It's like expecting a baby in a photo but finding an adult instead. This discovery isn't just interesting for scientists, it's forcing us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about space. Even though the theories supporting the Big Bang make sense mathematically, they are being seriously questioned now. It's possible that the start of the universe isn't like what we thought. This raises big questions about whether the universe has limits or if it's endless, and what happened before everything began. This shake-up in science reminds us of times in the past when big shifts happened, like when Einstein changed our understanding of physics compared to what Newton had said before. Just like how Einstein broadened our knowledge back then, these discoveries might be starting a whole new way of thinking about the universe. That's not all. Pluto's mysterious surface, Pluto's enigmatic surface, decoding the real story. The James Webb Telescope is amazing not just for looking at how the universe began, but also for investigating things much closer to us. Recent observations of Pluto's surface using this telescope have surprised scientists. They've seen strange things on Pluto that some people thought might be signs of aliens. But when they looked closer, it turned out to be something different. One big area on Pluto, called Sputnik Planum, has interesting features that look like they are changing. It's kind of like a huge lava lamp made of ice almost 1,000 kilometers wide. This happens because ice made of nitrogen moves around making cool patterns over millions of years. From what the telescope saw, computer models show that these ice patterns are still changing. Scientists have seen places where three different things meet and where patterns move, showing that Pluto's surface is still active. In another mysterious area on Pluto called Viking Terror, scientists found cool stuff using data from both the New Horizons spacecraft and the James Webb telescope. They've seen signs of bright ice made of methane gathering at the edges of craters. This happens when nitrogen and methane in Pluto's air mix, making tiny particles called tholins. These red particles move around and shape channels, showing that Pluto has surprising things happening on its surface. Before, people thought Pluto wasn't very active, but these discoveries show it's pretty lively. The many craters on its surface seem to be because of ice breaking and melting. This tells us there are things still happening on Pluto. Scientists have made a model that suggests Pluto has a hard center made mostly of rocks and metals surrounded by a liquid layer of water and ammonia. This creates heat through radioactive decay, making Pluto's surface change over time. These discoveries are changing what we thought about how Pluto's surface was made. Instead of typical features, the images show landscapes that look like tree bark or dragon scales. It's complex, and we need more study to understand it fully. The James Webb Telescope's observations combined with data from New Horizons have changed how we see Pluto. Before, Pluto was less noticed after it got called a dwarf planet. But now, with these intricate surface discoveries, astronomers might rethink its status as a planet. Also, beyond Pluto, the telescope has shown us incredible things about other space stuff. Images of faraway places and structures in space have given us awesome information about how stars form, studying planets outside our solar system and showing us what the universe looked like a long time ago. Yet here is the most captivating part. Aliens unveiled, alien worlds unveiled. The James Webb Telescope capturing the Carina Nebula reveals a huge area in our Milky Way where new stars are forming. This region was hidden before because older telescopes couldn't see through the thick clouds of gas in space. This telescope also found galaxies and dying stars, changing what we thought we knew about these cosmic formations. Plus, looking at a planet called WASP 96b in detail, it's showing us how we can learn about planets outside our solar system. But this journey hasn't been easy. The James Webb Telescope got hit by tiny space rocks 5 times, and one hit damaged a mirror a bit. Despite this, engineers believe the telescope is strong enough for its work. The Hubble Deep Field Project, started by Robert Williams in 1995, completely changed how we see space. Even though people doubted him, Williams aimed the Hubble Space Telescope at what seemed like an empty area of space. That move gave us the Hubble Deep Field picture, showing really old galaxies, groups of stars, and faraway stars we'd never seen before. The picture showed blurry spots of light representing galaxies that existed millions and billions of years ago. By looking at the light from these galaxies, scientists learned about how old they are, how far away they are, and how they move using something called redshift. When the James Webb Telescope started working, its first deep field picture revealed even more amazing things. It showed galaxies that existed just 200 million years after the Big Bang, which doesn't fit what we thought about how the universe formed. These galaxies were bright and big, making us question what we knew about how the early universe grew. This discovery made scientists reconsider the Big Bang theory and how the early universe developed. What they saw doesn't match what they expected about when galaxies formed, so they might need to change some ideas. Some new ideas suggest changes to the standard model we have for how the universe works, trying to explain why stars formed and galaxies grew in the early universe differently. Although these findings are huge, they don't prove the Big Bang theory wrong. James Webb Telescope Webb's infrared gaze into the gas giant. The James Webb Telescope isn't just about exploring far-off places in space, it's also giving us incredible views of Saturn. Recently, it took a new picture of Saturn using infrared light, showing details we've never seen before. This special image lets scientists study Saturn's atmosphere heat and what it's made of in a whole new way. The darker appearance of Saturn in this picture has made scientists curious about what its atmosphere might be hiding. There might be unknown things or processes happening there. Researchers are studying these pictures to learn more about Saturn's atmosphere and why its northern part looks darker. These images aren't just one-time snapshots. They are the result of lots of pictures taken over a long time, all put together using the James Webb Telescope's technology. Each image shows different parts of Saturn and helps scientists figure out things they didn't know before. Saturn looks like a huge, impressive planet, and the new pictures from the James Webb Telescope help us understand it even better. From galaxies far away to mysterious planets in our solar system, this telescope has changed how we see space. Whether it's planets we can almost touch or far-off galaxies that seem out of reach, the James Webb Telescope is unlocking space's biggest secrets.